Toyota City in Japan is world famous as Toyota Motor Corporation's headquarters. It is located in Aichi Prefecture, which is between Tokyo and Osaka, and is the largest administrative area of Aichi. The Ishikawa Tea Farm raising organic tea is here. In fact, 80% of Toyota City is mountains. These tea fields 600 to 700 meters above sea level in Shimoyama area don't use any pesticide. It is Ishikawa Tea Farm that had begun tea farming here the first as a pioneer of organic tea. Ishikawa family runs the tea farm for 3 generations. Tetsuo, the second generation, who had long been questioning the use of pesticide and chemical fertilizer, had determined to cultivate a new land in 1973. He thought he could do without pesticide in this cold mountain area, where insects can't survive winter. This scrap bus was the place to stay the night for the first several years. In 1978, after a long laborious work, he at last could plant tea trees. At that time, the climate was colder than now, and the temperature sometimes went down to minus 18 degrees Celsius. The first serious problem was how to protect young tea trees from the winter coldness. At first, Tetsuo planted sorghum between young tea trees to break the wind. But still, tea trees sometimes died from coldness. There was a year they even could crop nothing. At the same time, Tetsuo also planted more than 10 kinds of tea cultivar to test the winter resistance, because no one could tell him which cultivar stands cold most. As a result, it was found out the cultivar Komakage is the most resistant to coldness. Today, half of the tea plants here is Komakage, and it turned out later that it becomes good matcha as well. Today, after nearly 40 years, his farm is as this, trimmed by the wind-breaking cedars which were planted at the beginning. The third generation, Tatsuki, at first rejected to become a tea farmer, thinking agriculture is just lame. In fact, none of his schoolmates didn't engage in agriculture. While in college, he dedicated to boxing and got the professional license. However, after a while, Tatsuki changed his mind. He found agriculture fun and began to learn about tea culture. In the end of April, father and son begin to build tunnel-like structure to shade tea trees for next 20 days. It is to make matcha or kabusecha. 90% of tea here becomes matcha. In 1999, when the organic certification system has started in Japan, Ishikawa Tea Farm has got the organic certification at once. This tunnel-like structure is the best way to produce high-quality tea, but it is such a hard work that they cannot cover all the trees this way. The alternative way to cover trees directly like this is much easier, but the quality of tea will not be the same. One day in May, the tea field is uncovered. Many neighbors and part-timers come to pick tea leaves. This is to make a special tea for a tea fair. It is important for the farm to exhibit their tea at the nationwide tea fair and to get a prize. It is to demonstrate the high quality of their leaf and processing techniques and to get better price. So they pick only the soft sprouts of the first flash. After picking, they at once proceed to processing. The machines are not new, but based on the long experience and former processing data, they operate machines properly. To have a good result, the tea must be finished carefully by hand, eliminating stems and uniforming size and shape of the leaf. This is the finished tea of the highest quality. Big temperature differences between summer and winter give the tea rich aroma and flavor. So far, Tetsuo and Tatsuki have won countless awards, and each of 3 generations of Ishikawa Farm has received the award of Minister of Agriculture. In summer, they harvest second flush only the half of the field. The rest of tea plants won't be plucked to keep them in good condition to prepare for the winter. These are of cultivar Samidori. Their beautiful leaves prove tea trees can be so fine even without pesticide. The field is absolutely clean. You could say cleaner than any other organic tea farm. They pull weeds thoroughly by hands with the help from part-timers. They say weeds must be eliminated as they take nutrients from tea plants. As for fertilizer, they mainly use peanut meal and mixed organic fertilizer. In addition to only few choices of organic fertilizer, they are worried about its soaring cost. Another concern is that just after putting peanut meal, boars and deer who smell it out come to eat it. Moreover, silver grass by the side of tea plantation will be mowed and piled until spring, when it will be put between tea trees as natural fertilizer. From summer to autumn, many kinds of insects and disease come out as they don't use any pesticide. Spiders, stink bugs, bagworms, praying mantis, ticks, and so on. And last year, there emerged a large number of leaf-roaring bugs. But the farm doesn't care much about this because such insects will all die out during harsh winter. And disease like anthracnose or rice cake disease doesn't affect so much the spring shoots either. During winter, they prune windbreak trees, maintain machines and tools, and begin fertilizer application in the end of February. Tatsuki still continues boxing as a trainer in the off-season. Besides, he regularly practices the skill of discerning and evaluating teas, participates in the national tea rolling competition, and shows his skill at events as well. He's also a Japanese tea instructor and sometimes demonstrates how to brew Japanese tea. And as a pioneer of organic tea, the farm often receives visitors from both home and abroad.
本当こう動いてくれればいいのに、なんか茶園を横切る。
Tatsuki is also ready to talk about local agriculture in grade and high schools. He organizes a group of young farmers in Toyota City called Yume-Note to activate local agriculture and communicate with consumers. He takes part in local festivals and is also a pyrotechnician. Last year, Tatsuki has got married Saki. They made a wedding procession led by traditional Japanese musicians along the tea fields. They went to London for their honeymoon and visited a tea shop, Postcard Teas in Mayfair, where the tea of Ishikawa Tea Farm is sold.